So, still on that road trip. Eating a Super 8 breakfast. It was alright. Waffles and bagels. Sitting in the front today. I brought my old phone. It's acting as our GPS. I put a bunch of music on it. And yeah. Pretty sure we're coming up on Cincinnati here. Kind of a neat town. I don't know. They got another baseball stadium that Tyler needs to go visit one day. Then we go into Kentucky. Pretty much probably started off with like 3 or 4 hours of driving. I don't really know. I think this was Louisville. Lots of bridges. Kind of neat. Also had a KFC Yum Center. I don't know what that's about. Probably KFC related. So yeah, driving along, and let's see. Oh yeah, for our lunch, stopping at El Mexican restaurant, and yeah, pretty dope. Got a bunch of corn chips and a good burrito, all for a reasonable price. Nice. So we actually wound up having to take a detour, which led us right by Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. And this is a national historic site. So it doesn't really count towards the parks thing, but this is still like an interesting spot in America. And we were driving right by it, so might as well stop. And in here you can see the wood cabin that Abraham Lincoln was born in. You can walk around it, look on the inside. It doesn't look like there's any furnishing, but yeah, pretty cool. Except it turns out that this isn't actually the log cabin. It's just a cabin that some people were saying that was his birthplace cabin. But really, that was just bullshit, and they figured that out later. But, I don't know. I guess he was born somewhere around this area. Hard to really say. I feel a little bit ripped off, even though it was free. Anyways, back on the main highway, headed towards Mammoth Cave. There's one of these tourist trap areas, Guntown. Dinosaurs. Very cool. I like that. Cuyahoga Valley needs to step up their game. Mammoth Cave National Park also has a sign with a post that you can put your camera on. Very nice. This is what the people want. Alright. Visitor center time. Unfortunately, didn't really take many videos of the gift shop, but it was actually one of the nicer gift shops. It had some cool design stuff. I got a sticker for my bottle. Very nice. Although, not that nice. It's kind of like one of those template-y one stickers. Like, a bunch of parks have stickers like that. Anyways, just like Wind Caves, you can't go in the cave unless you're on a tour. So we signed up for a tour, and we had an hour to kill. So I'm walking around looking at the stuff. It was all pretty interesting. But now it's time to walk down into the cave. This is our tour guide. He was alright. Not as cool as the Justin for the Wind Caves, that tour guide, but not everybody can be a Justin. So yeah, back in the cave. Pretty nice. Very cool in here. They said it's a constant 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which sounded pretty cold to me. It felt more like a nice 65 Fahrenheit. Like, cool, but not too cool. And yeah, this is the rotunda room, which is just this massive opening in the cave. Probably my favorite room just because of how big it is. And yeah, this cave, the original owners of the cave used it for collecting saltpeter for the War of 1812. And then when the war ended in 1815, I guess they didn't really have a use for the cave until they started turning it into a tourist attraction. So kind of neat walking through here, and got some history about one of the early tour guides who was a slave named Stephen Bishop, and he was one of the first people to ever make extensive maps of the cave. He actually discovered a bunch of areas, and I think he was also the first person to cross a bottomless pit. It's not really bottomless, but you know, it's cool stuff. Pretty sure we'll come across the bottomless pit soonish. Oh yeah, and there's a bunch of graffiti down here from before it was a national park, so this is classified as historical graffiti. And I thought this was the bottomless pit, but I don't think it actually is. You can actually see one of the sticks that they used to cross that pit. I think they probably made a ladder or something. And all the wood and stuff that's down here, it gets preserved pretty well because there's not much water in every part of the cave, and it's pretty, dry and cool, so it doesn't really rot. They had a bunch of wooden pipes that pretty well preserved. And then we're coming across Fat Man's Misery, and I don't know if there was another sign that was the Tall Man's Agony, but pretty much it's just a tight corridor. But honestly, it was only about hip height, so you gotta be really fat to be miserable here. So yeah, came across the other side. I think there might have been a neat seating area here, but it's too dark to really see. And if we had gone further down, there's another river or something. That's a different part of the tour. I don't know. Apparently there's some neat cave fish down there. And I believe this is the, I don't know, groin dome room or something. The guide was hyping it up. He's Niagara Falls could fit in this room, height ways, not length ways, but it didn't seem that high to me. So I don't know how true that actually is. So yeah, we've walked up a bunch of stairs, and we're in another big chamber. I think we're passing by the rotunda soon. The big circular room that we started the tour in. And yeah, for the most part that's it. Start walking back. Cool cave. Apparently the longest cave possibly anywhere. So that's cool. And immediately once we leave the cave, it's very hot, and I'm it's very humid as well. It's man, I want to go back in that cave. The cave was nice. So yeah, checked out the gift shop at the hotel area. They didn't have anything. And yeah, visitor center is pretty much closing down. We were one of the last tours for the day, I think. Well, when we were leaving, the very last tour was happening. So from here, it's just a drive to the next hotel. I don't know, probably takes a while. I'm just chilling. We're probably listening to music sometimes. Had a hard time deciding where we were gonna eat, and yeah, wound up going to a King buffet. with Adam and Don. I think Arthur and Tyler went and got like French fries or something. But yeah, buffet. I love buffets, I guess. What can I say? And it was only $10 a person, so what a deal. So yeah, probably another hour, half an hour driving. There's some crazy lightning happening in the distance. Tried to film it, but I didn't get any, you know. I had a classic night camera. Who knows what's going on. But yeah, oddly enough, it didn't really rain that much when we were driving. So, yeah. Peace out, guys.